Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys, get ready for the code A and get set for the code B. In the first page, they introduce the letter F and they want them to color or mark the one that is different. Now this looks a little easy, but it gets a little harder as the books go on. And they introduce the F by having them colored in, and then they want them to trace the F with their finger and say the sound. Also, I always try to talk to them about the uppercase and lowercase. On this page, they have followed the path from the F to the picture whose name begins with F. Say the sound. Try not to cross any lines. So this is good for their motor skills, their fine motor skills, and using a pen or pencil. Now, as you can tell, we use crayons, we use pens, we use highlighters, whatever they want to make it fun for them. This page, they have them look carefully at the letter in the box, and they want to have them match it and circle it. So that is great to just recognize their uppercase and lowercase F's. Over here, they have to listen to instructions and color only the sections with the letter F in. This one is to have, they need to follow directions, and I usually read a little snippet here, asking them a question, and then they have to identify what I'm talking about. On this side here, it says F says F as in fish, and on each line, color the picture whose name begins with F. Over here, they trace the F's, and they get familiar with making the actual curves and the lines that are in the letter. And this one, they want them to circle the picture that starts with the letter F. And here they trace the gray, and then they trace the gray one here, and then they have to do their own, and it gets a little more challenging. So here they have to circle each picture whose name begins with F and write F below these pictures. As you can tell, my son likes the stickers. Every time he does like 5 to 10 pages, he likes to do lots of pages. Sometimes he does more. He will go through all of the pages he's done and reward himself with a sticker. It's really cute. So here, say the name of the picture and the sound of the first letter, and then circle it, and then they can write the letter. Sometimes if it's too challenging for your kids to write the letter on their own, you can always use like a yellow highlighter or a yellow crayon, depending upon what they're using, and just do that in yellow so they could trace over it, which is a lot easier, especially if your kids are getting frustrated. This is something that I noticed that he wanted to do, and he was at that point where I felt like he needed something more, and this was a great transition in that time where I was like, I think he needs to do something more challenging instead of the Dollar Tree workbooks. And these are, I'll link the Amazon link down below. They're not that expensive. They're about $6 to about $10. I think the Christian bookstore online has it on sale right now. So let me show you B real quick. It's kind of pretty much the same, but it gets a little harder as far as like these little paths get a little thinner, as you can tell. But it's pretty much the same. Now on here I'll read a little like paragraph so you can see what it is. Now this is the second edition. For the first edition, the one that my daughter had, it did not have the teacher's instructions because they were thinking that you were going to buy the teacher guide, and I was not going to buy a teacher guide for this because you really don't necessarily need it unless this is all that you have and you're just introducing the phonics to your kids. You might want to get the teacher guide because they give you lots of ideas, but I didn't want that. But on the second edition, they have the directions here, and the other ones they didn't have directions, and it was just this picture here, and I just kind of made it up as I went along. Right here it says on number 6, when you want to create a beautiful colorful picture, you might use these. You use a brush and water with them. What are they called? Paints. Put your finger on the paints. What sound do you hear at the beginning of paints? And then you draw 2 circles around the paints. So he drew 1 circle and the second circle. So he was following the directions on this one. This one they wanted them to draw mud under the pig. So it's really fun. So this one's a little different. They have a little pig. So they're not all exactly the same, but the same concepts. Like this is a little different, but they're using triangles. I think it's clever. So they have 3 of them to choose from. And it gets a little harder because it's not 2, they're introducing 3. And so they just put a line from the F to the fish. Over here, they're kind of reviewing what they've already gone over in the beginning of the book, so they have to circle the letter and write the letter on their own. So it's really cool to see. I can see a difference in this book compared to the first one. So I can tell definitely a change in him, and He's super excited about school. Like, he thinks that this is his school. He loves his workbooks, and I just see a great improvement in his letter writing. And he's a kid that likes to write, so it's not like I'm forcing him to do it. You know, sometimes we could prematurely have the kids do things that they don't want to do, but my son truly enjoys tracing and writing, and he's always been like a workbook kid. So if your kids are not into workbooks, then try to find something a little bit more hands-on. But these, I think, are excellent, and you can do 10 a day, 10 pages a day, or the kid could just work on 1 page a day, depending upon their age. And like I said, my daughter, she did it pretty independent, and with my son, it's just a really good time together. We are doing things one-on-one, and I think he feels super special. So this is just a really great little piece of curriculum to introduce to your preschoolers, and I will be sharing Explode the Code 1 and 2 in a later video of mine for my first grader, and you could always start those in kindergarten or in first grade, depending upon what you guys choose to do or how fast they go through it and what they're understanding. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, that were asking me to do this, and comment down below if you think that these would be good fits for your kids, or if you've used them already, just to give other people advice if it works for your kids. And yeah, let me know if there's any other curriculum that you see on my homeschool updates, or that you see me talking about that you want me to show you guys. I would love to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.